Well, hello to you guys from this second, basically, week of November, uh, and this week was my birthday. It's crazy. Happens every year. Don't know exactly how that happens, but had one more birthday this week. But it's been a beautiful week, hasn't it? It's been incredible weather. Today and yesterday were amazing. It's going to get a little chillier here soon, but that's fall for you, and it'll be fun. Wear sweaters and jackets and all that. But we're looking forward to it. But I hope you enjoyed it and enjoy the days ahead of us. Now, there's a few things that we want to talk about. One thing, really kind of big thing. We just started this series called Revive. It's a really kind of this idea of revival, of bringing to life that which is either dead or unconscious. That's what kind of the definition of revive is. And so, like thinking about in a country, in a world that's in a lot of turmoil, but in a country, and especially among the believers, Christians in this country, that we have probably declined and in need of some sort of reviving, of stirring up that which God has done in us and wants to do through us in our obedience to Him. I think we've become, as Christians, maybe really impotent. Largely impotent in this culture, and thinking, what does He want to do, and how would that happen? You know, we'd love to see revival happen internationally. We'd love to see it happen nationally. We'd love to see it happen on a regional level, but none of those things are ever possible until He does it on an individual level in each one of us. And so thinking that we need to address that, we need to kind of wrestle with that idea, so that in the next few days, the next few weeks, the next few months, the next few years, that we would put ourselves in a position where God could begin to do His work in us to revive that which is either fallen asleep in us, or something maybe we've done to kind of walk away from God, or maybe even we have run away from God, and finding those dead-end roads to be very disappointing, very destructive, and very disastrous in our lives, and saying, well, I need to do something else. Sometimes we think we're doing really well, but as soon as we reach that spot, I think we need to say, golly, we've forgotten how broken we really are. And what do we do? So when we talked about revival this past week, we talked that one of the things, maybe the primary thing, the top thing, is to recapture, to re-emphasize, to re-grab onto the gospel itself, with the gospel meaning the message. And so the message of God, the message that He wants to give us, the gospel, this good news, is this really big story, caught up especially in the grace of Christ, in that we live by grace. We come to Christ by grace. And then why do we try to live this Christian life under the law, trying to earn His favor? It never works. It's always a disaster. We live by grace. We've been set free. We're saved by grace. We've been set free to live by grace, to do the things of God's holiness from our heart and not from the exteriors, from the flesh, right? And so to recapture the gospel, we live in the day and age where it's been said that probably Christians are the most biblically illiterate that we've ever been in history. Now, if that's true, and I think there's some truth to that, then we think, how can we get back into it? So we introduced this past Sunday a couple of devotionals that we'd like to have you consider doing during 2023. You don't have to wait till then, but we'd encourage you that we maybe wait till January 1. We would do it all together during the year of 2023 to do these devotionals. Now, these devotionals are set up to be 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week. And they're not easy. That's a lot, right? Most people aren't accustomed to that. And so we don't want to do it legalistically, but to say, okay, wait a second, that'd be good for me. I'll consider doing that. And these two devotionals that I think are really, could be really helpful. One is called Core 52, 52 weeks a year. They'd grab one passage, and especially one verse, and really get into it. So Core 52 would help you kind of increase your biblical IQ. What it would do is it would take you through from Genesis to Revelation and really hit the highlights of what it's all about. and it'd be to wrestle with the things in there. This would be really fun. There's another one called Core 52, and it's a 15-minute pursuit of Jesus every day. The things that Jesus taught, the things that Jesus did, places he went, what he was all about. Because we really, when we talk about revival, one of the key things is really cluing into him. He's the Messiah. He's the one who came. God came in flesh to be among us and to show us not only how to live, but to give his life for us so that we might be able to live fully, because he would give his life to us and for us. And so this would be a really great one. So whether you did Core 52 or Quest 52, really kind of in a sense doesn't matter, but we want to do it as a church. We're going to invite people into that process. We could do it kind of together, see what God might do. So love for you to consider doing that. In fact, I'd like to go to just kind of the next level without being legalistic or demanding or controlling or dictatorial or any of that. What I'd like to do is encourage you strongly, and in fact ask you, would you join us to do this together as a church? Maybe you have your own devotional, you already do, and I don't want to ask you to quit that, except what if we did this together? I think it's really valuable. I think there's good stuff in there. And we could really do this in a way that might build not only our IQ biblically and not just our pursuit of Jesus, but saying, God, I want you to do something on the inside of me. And I don't want it to be an emotional crazy maker and just, overnight I'll kind of get all fired up, because that usually goes away in about a week or two. It doesn't really last. We have to build it into us. And I think as we build the gospel inside of us, this reviving process will take root and will be more permanent and be more stable than if it was some sort of short-term emotional thing. And I think building the gospel into our lives through spending time in God's word is the starting point. So, would you consider this of doing it together? Sure appreciate it. All right. We will see you soon. I'll look forward to it. I hope you're well, and may God bless you.